The Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, the site for the Kings. The master of the mid-range himself, DeMar DeRozan. This team will be counting on his scoring tonight as they approach game time at the Spectrum Center. Kings, Hornets, coming right up on 2K Sports. Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing a chance now to look at the schedule for the Charlotte Hornets. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
This is a cushy slate coming up. They'll be facing a lot of beatable teams at home. It doesn't get any easier than that in this league.
Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. And for the Hornets, the perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Ball, then it's Miles Bridges. Well, we're in the closing weeks of the regular season. There's no rest for teams competing for positioning.
Yeah, this is the time where if you have a couple of nights of bad effort, you might drop 2 or 3 positions. It's not the playoffs yet, but it's critical this part of the season.
The fadeaway. Westbrook can't hit. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Shoots over Westbrook. Ball no good. First quarter of play, a minute in. Fader on the way, uses the glass to drop it in.
So skillful with the ball. Westbrook showing us what he can do.
Last season, Richard, the Kings traded away De'Aaron Fox after 7 years with the organization.
And remember, they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton in an attempt to build around Fox. And now they're both gone. Sacramento is right back at square one.
Murray's shot is good.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
Tries it from 16. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Ball's got his second bucket on the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Guys, back to you.
I appreciate the report, Allie.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Sabonis. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. 4-3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento. Here's Sexton. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Playing at such a nice pace. Sexton's pull-up, it's a perfect shot.
DeRozan with the ball. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Kings ahead. They lead by 3. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
The ball movement has been come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
On the court for Sacramento, they've got Keon Ellis. Achua is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Carter in at the 1 spot. Here's Mann, and another basket for Charlotte.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Carter, the pass to Sabonis. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Sabonis has got 8.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
When you think of versatile bigs, Domantas Sabonis comes to mind pretty quickly, RJ.
He's at the top of the list in that regard. Capable of scoring on all 3 levels while also hitting the boards hard. And his passing, well, that's what makes him special.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Some changes for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Diabate, and it's Colin Sexton in for Mann. Sacramento also making some changes. Levine comes in for Ellis, and it's Westbrook in for Carter. Here's Levine for 3. Drills it from deep. Give him 8.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And here's Knipple from the arc. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
The rookie Con Knipple with the confident answer. A 3 of his own after the 1 on the other side.
Outside Levine. Pass to Westbrook. Sabonis in the post. Plumlee on him. Count it. Good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Sexton. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
A nice little J from Sexton. When he's feeling it, he has a good touch on those shots.
Levine finds Sabonis. Monk looking around. Out to the right wing. Sabonis in the post. He's checked by Plumlee. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas is 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Sabonis is a guy who works hard on both ends of the floor, and he does things the right way.
Look at who's out there now for Sacramento. Murray comes in for Achua, and DeMar DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. The 17-footer. Rebound by Sacramento.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tries again, and the nice bucket inside from Westbrook.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Hornets trail by 4. Shot from the wing. And again, it's Charlotte converting. 12 seconds left in the second. DeRozan outside. Goes up at the stripe. Another one falls for Sacramento.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for the Kings. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break.
Happy to have you with us. Let's start things off with our Players of the Week. Out of the West, Nikola Jokic.
With Joker, because of his size and skill level, even great defenders have it hard. He can post you up, he can hit the 3, he does it all.
And you think about how good a shape he's in now, I wouldn't mind trying the Jokic plan myself. And guys, the Charlotte Hornets are in an even game.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation. That allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Domantas Sabonis has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. LaMelo Ball is out there with Colin Sexton. So that's who Charles Lee starts in the second half. Charlotte trailing. Here's Sexton. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Sexton's got 10 points.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And Ball gets it to go.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Domantas Sabonis is driven. He said, quote, "There's no calm time with me. There's a lot to work on to help my teammates and win games. That desperation to stay here in the NBA because I love it and try to get better, I'm always thinking about it, and I don't think that's going to change. Guys?"
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Sexton, that's good.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
The Kings trailing. And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Knipples checked in for Sexton. The Kings also with a sub. Monk's checked in. And here's Sabonis outside. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Well, that is within Sabonis' range. This year, you're comfortable with him taking a select amount of those shots.
Yes, it's good. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let it roll.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Goes up on the wing. Kept alive. Out to Bridges. Pass to Miller. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. 4 on the clock. For 3, Bridges. And Charlotte, another 3.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Outside Levine. Now here's DeRozan. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Brandon Miller. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Premium talent in this league. DeRozan about as valuable as they come.
Ball outside. It's Bridges on the wing. 3-pointer. And Charlotte, another 3. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
DeRozan for 3. The shot won't fall. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Hornets up 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Kings, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward position. Zach LaVine out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Sexton fires! Cash from downtown!
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Westbrook. LaVine outside, beyond the arc. Oh, the long-range prowess of LaVine.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
LaMelo, 20 feet away and no problem.
With his size and quickness, Ball's pull-up is unstoppable.
Outside Westbrook. Here's LaVine. He takes it in. Ooh, LaVine with full force.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying they're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. DeRozan. Oh, he can't hit it.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Oh, it drops in.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Slice into the rack. DeRozan.
Here is a guy you can count on in these moments. The high pressure doesn't even bother them all.
And that basket is good.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit, and he did.
Sabonis outside. Fires away from outside. Rebounded by Miller.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Bridges cashes in from 18.
A true playmaker. When Ball isn't creating for himself, he's creating for others. It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And so they foul intentionally. Ball's double. Shoots it up. Oh, can't hit the jumper. And it's Sacramento's ball. Trailing by 5. Murray, a screen on Miller. The shot from 20 feet out. And stolen by Sexton. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up his lead.
Timeout call, Sacramento. They're behind by 7. LaVine. And that'll be Sacramento's ball as it goes out of bounds. Kings able to keep possession here. Westbrook left side. Puts up the tray. The triple drops.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury it.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout by Sacramento. They're trailing by 6. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
DeRozan fires. That's off. Miller against DeRozan. A one-handed jam. Rocking the rim. Buries it from outside. Knocked away. And so it's Charlotte winning this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And let's reveal our player of the game. Colin Sexton.